For our final challenge, Pacifica asked us, how has makeup gotten us through a tough time? This is a heavy topic for me, pun intended. I have struggled with weight my entire life. In 2011, I was the heaviest I had ever been. And I remember the moment vividly where I looked in the mirror and thought, holy crap, who is this person? Because I didn't even recognize myself anymore. And it was in that moment that I knew I needed to make some serious changes in my life. I wasn't taking care of myself or my body. So I switched to a plant-based diet and I started exercising. And while I'm currently down 50 pounds, we all know that that journey doesn't happen overnight. I have good days and I have bad days. And on those bad days, it can be really hard to feel pretty, especially when the clothes don't fit. But that's why I've always loved makeup, because makeup always fits. Makeup doesn't care what size you are. It transcends time and race and sex and age and gender. It is there for you to use in whatever way makes you happy. When I'm having a rough day or a slow start to my morning, I always turn to a look that I feel most confident in. For me, that's a really fun and glam daytime smoky eye that incorporates lots of plums and purples because it brings out the green in my eyes. For this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use eyeshadows that will complement your natural eye color. At the end of this video, you can download a face chart that walks you through step by step all 3 looks from my tutorial today. So let's get started. For all 3 eye looks, I will be tightlining. I will be using the natural waterproof pencil as an eye base, and I will be using the same crease colors, which is the blush and the bronzer from the Solar palette. The first trick I'm going to teach you today is my favorite eyeliner trick, and it's called tightlining. Tightlining really helps to open up the eyes. It gives you an instant eye lift, and it also helps to fill in the gaps in between your lashes. Typically, tightlining is done with a cake liner, but for today, all you're going to be needing is your waterproof Pacifica mascara and a small flat line brush. What you're going to do is take your flat line brush and just wiggle it right in between the bristles of the mascara. And you're gonna take the brush and just stamp it in between the lash line. What this does is it helps to fill in any gaps in between your lashes. So it's gonna make your lashes look so much fuller, and you'll really notice this when you apply your mascara. For my eye base, I'm going to be using the Pacifica Natural Waterproof Eyeliner Pencil. I found that I really like using this as an eye base. So I'm just gonna apply this all over the eye and lightly blend in. Blue eyes always pop so beautifully when paired with brown eyeshadows. For this look, I'm going to be working out of the Pacifica Solar palette. The first shadow that I'll be using on my lid is this color right here called Treasure. I'm just going to be using a lid color brush, and I'm just going to pack this color onto the lid. For my crease, I'm going to be dipping into the bronzer from the Solar palette, and I'm just going to work that into the crease. And for a little extra dimension, I'm going to be popping a little bit of the blush color into the crease as well. I'm going to go back with a little bit of Treasure underneath the eye. I'm going to grab my Pacifica waterproof pencil in the shade Fringe, and I'm going to line the upper and bottom lash line. I like to hold the pencil on its side while I'm applying my liner because it gives it a really even, smooth finish and it doesn't tug on the lid. Next, I'm going to grab my trusty smudge brush and just blend out the eyeliner on top and bottom. And then lastly, I'm going to give my lashes a good coat of the Pacifica Stellar Gaze Mascara. This wraps up my bronzy boho eye look for the blue-eyed babes out there. I think navies look gorgeous on brown eyes. So for today, I'm going to be using the Mystical Supernatural Eyeshadow Quad from Pacifica. I'm going to grab my lid color brush and dip it into this gorgeous purpley gray color. and just pack that all over the lid. For my crease color, first I'm going to be laying down the bronzer from the Solar palette, and then I'm gonna follow up with a little bit of the blush color. I'm going to grab my Pacifica waterproof pencil in shade Jet for my liner. I'm going to be lining the upper and lower lash line, and just like last time on that upper lid, I'm going to use the side of the pencil because it glides on so much easier. I'm gonna keep the line thicker to the outer corner, and I'm gonna taper it as I move inward. I'm going to take a tiny little fluffy brush and dip it into the bronzer and just smoke out my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna grab my little smudge brush and dip into this gorgeous deep navy color, and I'm just going to smudge that on top of my liner because you know, hashtag smudge life. And lastly, I am going to top my lashes with the Stellar Gaze Mascara. I love these colors, I love them so much, and keep in mind, these will work on anyone, but I especially love these colors for brown eyes. Brown eye tutorial, check. Purple eyeshadows will always make your green eyes pop, and that's why I am using the Enlighten Supernatural palette today. For my lid color, I'm going to dip into this gorgeous plum and press that into the lid. I'm not too worried about any rough edges because I'm going to be buffing them out with my crease color. For my crease, I'm going to be dipping into the bronzer from the Solar palette, and I'm going to blend a little bit of that out first. And then I'm gonna go back and add a little bit of the blush color from that palette as well. Using a small fluffy brush, I am going to take both the bronzer and the blush into the lower lash line, and I'm really gonna smoke that out. Then I'm gonna line my upper and lower lash line with the Pacifica waterproof pencil in shade Jet. Then using my handy dandy little smudge brush, I'm going to go back in and smudge out all of the rough edges so it is a sultry, plummy, smoky eye. I'm also gonna take some of that lid color and smudge it out underneath my lower lash line. And of course, topping everything off with my Stellar Gaze Mascara. These plums will really make your green eyes sparkle. I love to use makeup as a form of self-expression, and I encourage you to use makeup in whatever way makes you feel good, because you are awesome with or without makeup. Please don't forget to vote at pacificamuse.com, and I will link all of the information in the box below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe for many more vegan and cruelty-free videos coming at you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all of your incredible support on this journey, and I'll see you soon. Bye.